Hey, welcome back to the Country Roots Morning Show on 94.7 WBIO. Right now it's time for the Volunteer Owensboro Minute, powered by American Legion Post 9. I have in the studio with me Brooklyn Johnson, Executive Director of the Joe Ford Nature Center. We're talking volunteering, community programs, and how you can get plugged in right here in Owensboro. Brooklyn, first off, for someone who's never been out there,
yes,
what is the Joe Ford Nature Center all about?
Okay, so the Joe Ford Nature Center is this quaint little nature center that is located right behind Grad. We have about a mile of trails that's in our area, but we're also connected to the Greenbelt. So you have all of the Greenbelt that you can enjoy too from that location. That's the nature park. And then, so out there, you're going to see a ton of different species of trees. We have great animals. There are squirrels. We have the Audubon Bird Society comes out there a lot because so many different birds come and kind of flock to that area, which can be surprising. The Nature Center is a small museum, essentially, that Joe Ford had created. When he was younger, he wanted a museum, and he had really pushed to have the Owensboro Science Museum created, and he worked there for over 20 years. So he has a small museum that's located in there. We also have 4 different snakes, and we have 2 box turtles. And so the kids always love to come look at that. And then we have great books and a kids area and just a lot of fun things for you to hang out and kind of discover while you're out there.
So what makes that special to, like, Owensboro? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not from Owensboro originally. I'm from Breckinridge County. So I never knew Owensboro had something like that. So what does that mean to have something like that in Owensboro?
Well, Joe Ford became Owensboro's naturalist, and each brick of that building was built from people donating their money and their time and their effort to the cause. And so I think what makes it extra special is that most of the people, I'm not from Owensboro either, but I can't tell you how many people come into the Nature Center who had Joe Ford come to their school, because he would go to all the schools in the tri-state area and he would bring his snakes in and he would teach them about animals and plants and wildlife and all of these amazing things. It really made him just a legacy here. And so I think just everything that Joe Ford did and then what was able to be created in his honor is what makes it extra special to Owensboro. You're not going to get that anywhere else.
So I wonder if he actually came to school, because I went to Hancock County.
Yeah, he probably did.
He probably did back in the day.
I hear that he would come and he would bring snakes in bags and he would wear like a vampire cape. And so I've seen all these old photos of him, and I wish so much. I grew up in Evansville, and I wonder if he ever made it to Evansville. I don't remember it, or if I've created this memory because I've looked at so many photos of Joe. But him and his wife, Grace, they really did so much to make nature education accessible to everyone.
So what made you get involved with this project and with this new role in your life?
Yeah. So I was a big runner whenever I first moved to Owensboro, and that's how I kind of stumbled into the Joe Ford Nature Center, because I'd Googled where to run and it showed me the Greenbelt, and where I was working at the time, it was the closest to that entrance. I literally still think that I barely noticed the center because I was just running. I remember one specific run where I ran through the trails there and then came out through and was like, oh, look at that. Well, I was on vacation, and luckily they did a great job promoting the role, or I wouldn't have likely seen it because I wasn't looking for a position at the time. And so I was lucky enough to be able to get an interview, and I feel really, really blessed because I have about, at this point, 20 years of business and marketing experience, and I am just a nature addict. I love everything about it. I love being out there. I love the mindfulness of it, backpacking, hiking, all that stuff. So it's just really nice to be able to focus on bringing nature education, not only to adults, but really it's for the kids as well. Yeah. And so it's just it's a different phase of my life, but it's easily the most fulfilling thing that I've ever done.
Well, awesome, man. Let's talk about volunteering.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. So if someone's listening right now, they want to be involved, how do they get involved, and what does that look like to them?
Okay, so I am usually at the Nature Center on Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 4:30. Either way, follow us on Facebook. That's going to be the first thing I'm ever going to say is follow us on Facebook. If you have an email address, you can literally just message us with the email address, and that'll allow me to put you, one, on our volunteer list that we've created, and I'll essentially send out emails letting everyone know what opportunities are coming up. And then also I'll put you on our newsletter. So that'll also give you information on what's going on, whether it's volunteer opportunities or just a bird banding bonding event, something for you to experience. And so that's probably the best way to stay on the communication and kind of keep on the pulse of what we have going on there is Facebook and then reaching out and getting on our newsletter. What we have coming up now is on April 11th, we have a weed wrangle. And what are we? Oh, I know. What is a weed wrangle?
What?
We wrangle weeds. No, so what we're doing is we're removing invasive species from the nature park area. And so once an invasive, well, you'd wish, but more like bush honeysuckle and winter creeper.
Gotcha.
So when an invasive species comes in there, it's something that you have to do consistently. It's not like we can just go and pull up all the bush honeysuckle and be like, now we're fine. It'll grow back. That's why it's an invasive species. It's not natural to our area. It overtakes what's already in our ecosystem and it grows really fast.
Gotcha.
So those are going to be things that are coming up. That's April 11th. That's 9 a.m. to 11. Check us out on Facebook for that one. We're also going to suggest kind of any of the times that you're out there and you're doing something that's going to involve any of the plants. We're always going to kind of suggest long sleeves, gloves, and pants because we have poison ivy. That is the most dangerous thing I'd say that we have out there. So if you're doing anything like that, I'm always going to suggest jeans, long sleeves, and work gloves if you have them. There'll be water and snacks there for everyone as well. And then our big one that I honestly don't know if we knew we were going to be able to pull this one off. It's called Chip In for the Trail. It's where we're wood chipping the trails, which I really love the name. I just have to say. So this one is on Friday. It's April 24th. We're doing a workday experience, which is great because it's also getting a lot of the community partners and businesses able to come out and help. Now, this one's a little bit different because we are essentially going to be dumping a ton of wood chips that we are then going to be moving throughout all of the trails. Now, it doesn't sound like it's that much, but we need a lot of people because it is a mile of trails and it's
the more hands, easy work.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And so if you have a garden rake, I am trying to tell everyone, if you have a garden rake, please, please, please bring it. And then if you want to bring gloves, again, you shouldn't be going off into the trails too much that we have to worry about any poison ivy. But we will, if we have extra people, we will also try to do more invasive species pulls as well. So we might try to get rid of more bush honeysuckle if we have the hands. Whenever you're thinking about that, we want this to be a really fun, chill experience. So we're doing.
Now, is this open for kids, families,
yes,
anybody?
Yes. As long as you feel comfortable having your kids pick up and move wood chips. Yeah. That's all you're really doing. We want people to be able to come and go. We're doing 2 groups. So we're doing like 8 a.m. to 12, and then 1 to 5, just giving a little break in there. But really, you can come at any time. Like, we are not going to be aggressive by any means. We're just excited that people are coming out. Another thing that we're kind of mentioning is parking. It's always something that we're kind of battling. If you've never gone out to the Joe Ford Nature Center, there's just not a lot of parking. So if you can carpool, that'll be awesome. You'll also see we'll have some volunteers that are trying to figure out where we're going to be telling people to like park their cars because we're assuming there's going to be a really great turnout, and we just have to figure out how we're going to fit everyone in there.
For sure. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on out there.
Yes.
I mean, you've taken the reins and you said, hey, I'm here for it. So I just want to say thank you for dropping by the Country Roots Morning Show. Talking about the Joe Ford Nature Center. Is there anything you want to end on? I'm going to give you the mic.
I'm just going to say, please, please, please follow us on Facebook and watch all of the events that we have coming up. There's going to be a bird banding event in May. We're also going to be celebrating National Moth Week with a moth event, which will be so much fun because it's a nighttime event where we're going to have like a white sheet and then all the moths come to it and you get to learn about all of these really nocturnal insects. Yeah. So at the end of the day, just follow us on Facebook if you could, see the events that we're doing, and participation obviously is always so important.
Perfect. Brooklyn, thank you for being here. This has been the Volunteer Owensboro Minute, brought to you by American Legion Post 9 on the Country Roots Morning Show.